Oh, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. It feels so good. You got good vibes. Good vibes. Every day. Good vibes. Yeah, the good vibes. Feels so good. Hello, Soul Family. My name is Brett Lawson, Eternal Consciousness. I'm having a wonderful day today. I'd just like to share with you that I've been spending a lot of time with my children's children, and that is my motivational point in my life. Watching them grow, seeing my legacy flow and grow into what I've always dreamed, teaching them that basically there's no such thing as being spoiled. Because when you tell a child that they're spoiled, you're saying that it's not enough pie for everybody else. And that's just a flawed premise. You don't see pipelines coming from Jupiter, Saturn, nor Mars saying that Earth doesn't have a consistent supply for everyone. So I'm teaching my legacy how to believe at whatever they want in life, they can have by their belief system. You see. So as a result of that, I'm thriving in the fact that I am moving by the vibrational frequency in which Source has given me to express upon their lives. I know that I've been sent here basically to support them in every aspect of their lives. You see, everything that I'm doing now is a legacy to be carried on after I make my transition back into the non-physical. And I'm enjoying my life. I'm living my best life, knowing that I am basically bringing into fruition everything that I desire. As we realize that everything that we need is already in us. In the last session, I talked about how if you are not feeling good or have a chronic disease, all you have to do is imagine you being whole and healed, and all of a sudden that becomes your manifestation. So I am just basically enjoying my journey as I continue this journey called life, realizing that I am an avatar basically with a vibrational spirit enjoying a physical experience in life. Well, just to share a little bit about what's been going on in my life, I have become one with the universe. Butterflies are landing on my shoulders. Birds and squirrels are coming up to me, being fed by me at gas stations and at random spots in the universe. Deers are coming up to me. Female deers are bringing their babies for me to rub, and they're not acting nervous or afraid. And I asked Source, I said, why are they not afraid? He says, because they know you are me and I am you. And they recognize the oneness. So there is no sense of fear in them. Only thing they understand is that you carry the same vibration which they carry. Because if you ever studied an animal, you would realize that animals are basically thrive on the aspect of vibration. If they sense fear in you, then they react to that fear.
But if they sense calmness and peace like I'm experiencing now, then they respond to that. And I tell you, each and every being upon this cosmos, upon this experience we call life, can experience the same thing. It's all about being aware of who you are in the experience of life. You see, Source told me basically, Brett, I want you to begin to be being aware of who you are. And when you are aware of everything around you, then you become one with everything around you. Mind you, being aware of who you are without the exception, without the vibration of fear and the vibration of negativity, you emit a frequency of pure positive energy. And as you emit that frequency of pure positive energy, everything begin to come into fruition into your life. Case in point, your third eye chakra is activated as a result of you being who you really were created to be, your true essence. This is why we're on this journey we call life, to bring back into recollection, to bring back to our memories who we really are. We are energy experiencing a physical experience on this physical plane. We've always existed. We've always basically had these type of aspects in our lives. A friend of mine has asked me, did I think that Jesus really turned water into wine? And I didn't hesitate. I said, of course. I said, because we're all alchemists, you see. Matter of fact, I wanted to tell him, because at the time he was working on it, restoring a house, you're actually alchemizing that house. The house was basically in shambles, and you are turning it into something new. That is the same aspect of what Christ did with water into wine, you see. But we have to begin to understand that this is our inheritance as being. And the operable word is as beings. This is our inheritance. This is how we're in the likeness of God, or shall we say the Creator. Yeshua, which in layman terms means Jesus, walked the face of the earth knowing these aspects, knowing that he was an alchemist sent to be an example for everyone upon the world, upon the earth. You see, God began to share with me. He said, Brett, he said, I created this rock called earth. And then I created you. And then I came and lived in both of you. And I interact with both of you. So when we begin to understand the whole concept of who we are really God expression through our life. Understand, the only way that this can happen if you have no traditions of resistance, case in point, fear, a paralyzing negative force in life. Another one is doubt, cousin of fear. Okay? Another one is walking in egotistic mentalities, trying to compare yourself with others. Not necessary. You have no need for validation because Source is expressing himself through you. Only thing you need to do is let go and let Source, or traditional let go and let God, and enjoy the journey. We're here to calibrate to the frequency of the Creator, of the divine. His frequency we were born with. It is called the subconscious. It is the superconscious. And as we begin to yield our members, meaning our belief system, as we begin to yield our belief system to the superconsciousness, we become superconscious. I have footages of rubbing the baby deer. I have footages of feeding the squirrel and the bird at the same time next to one another at a gas station in Monticello, Georgia today. Those will be some of my shorts. I have footages of the butterfly landing on my shoulder. Footages of the deer, meaning after I saw the deer walk past my house, Source told me to follow the deer, and he was feeding, and he said, "This is your ancestor. Your ancestors have ship-shaped, and they're glad you're here," meaning the Cherokee Indian. You see, non-physical is real. We all are non-physical. But we in the physical plane are non-physical experiencing a physical life, you see. Nothing that we do is without non-physical attributes. Our eyes are windows to the non-physical attribute in us. Our mind is the cellular activation of that non-physical being in us. The third eye activity causes us to be an alchemist, to turn water into wine, to walk on water, for butterflies and deers and squirrels and birds to come up to us. We are that we are. God told Moses, he said, "I am that I am." Do you actually know what God was saying to Moses? He was saying, "I am whatever you want me to be, because I am all things." Source told Adam and Eve in the garden, now Adam and Eve is like us. They know light and darkness. That was the activation code to activate our third eye. Some call it the crown chakra. Some call it the third eye chakra. But it is actually our spiritual vision, where we're totally 360 degrees visionaries in this life. I live off the grid now as a result of Source leading me to that land. He set it up before I was born to put me in a family that would have multiple acres. And at the right time in my life, he set it up for me to move off grid so that I could get closer one with him. The other day, he told me to take off my shoes and walk the length of the land. And as began, he told me to look up at the stars. This was about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I saw the moon. It was a full moon. He said, "The moon is your mother." And he said, "The stars are your brothers." And he said, "You come from them like everyone else upon this earth." He said, "Be not ashamed of the knowledge that I have imparted into your life, because you have earned it. Through the rejection and the rigors of life, I have been fashioned to be who I am and to talk from my conscious awareness of knowing that I've came into my true essence." You see, life is good. But here's the rub to that, soul family. Life is good because I intentionally speak it into my existence. And that makes it a lot better when you know that you are a deliberate creator of source. Where I am in life, there is no such thing as warfare. Because I live under the highest arsenal upon this cosmos, which is love. Nothing can stand against this arsenal. I have no need to defend anything because I emit through my life the operable word love, L-O-V-E. Third density's understanding of people like myself thinks that it is a vulnerability for me to express in this way. But I say unto you all that when you come against someone like me, you're not coming against me. You're coming against the one that created you that's in me. You see, I've relinquished all of my assertiveness in life and became one with the divine. He's an express image of who I am now. And it's deliberate. It's not by coincidence. It's not by accident. It's deliberate. I'm a deliberate creator because I'm tapped in to the Most High. And this is just not for a few of us. This is our spiritual inheritance. This is our vibrational inheritance for all beings. Hence the word, all beings. To be one with the Most High. Everything that we do, soul family, should include the pure positive aspects of what He has in plan or in mind to do. Never going with a millionth of a second without acknowledging His opinion on everything. My life has never been this greater. Every time I think that it can't get any better, it supersedes everything that I can think of. My physical appearance is basically broadening. My territory is broadened. My spiritual vibration, my frequency has broadened. Even the intake of my nutrients has broadened. As a result of me being tapped into the divine, into source. He's not up there. He's in here. When the doctors tells us, there's nothing we can do, you might as well make plans because you only have X amount of months to live. Do not be hoodwinked concerning that flawed premise, but understand healing comes to those that believe and see in their imaginary vision, meaning the third eye, meaning the intuition of one. B. Healing comes when you can see yourself whole, then you are whole. You see. Death is a flawed premise. There is no such thing as death. If you're eternal, that means that you are energy. And you cannot kill energy. Energy is only dispersed to another form. Understand that we are travelers. Just like we call this existence the universe. It's not by coincidence that it's the universe. It's a root word from university. This is where we are learning how to be alchemists. This is where we are getting our training to go to the next level of alchemy. All the loved ones that has went before you still exist. They're called your spiritual team. Or shall I say your ancestors. And their calibrations are without measure. That's why my ancestor could get into the deer and run up the road and speak to me telepathically to tell me to follow it. And when I followed it, he said, take footage of this. And I did. When the female deer brought the baby deer out at 5 a.m. on my way to the fitness center, I heard this female deer telepathically speak to me and said, my baby wanted to see you. Will you bless her? And without any fear, I rubbed the baby deer because the baby deer was right on the side of the road. The mother stood off in the cut. But I could understand everything that she was saying. When you are totally aware of your surroundings in the motivational principle of love, you become one with your surroundings, with your experience. That's source. That's creative ability. There is no lack. I'm teaching my great-grandkids that they can have whatever they want in life. Mind you, I'm proud to be a great-grandfather because not too many people get a chance to experience that. And I'm young. But at the same time, I'm getting an experience of a lifetime. And I'm teaching them that Papa will be with them in the physical as well as the non-physical. Meaning when I make my transition, I'm still going to be right there with them. And they're going to be totally aware of it. And I'm teaching them not to get any validation from anybody else when they make quote unquote statements, oh, you're weird, you're crazy. When people tell you that, they're throwing off on you because they don't understand. And when they really say that you are crazy, they're really saying that it's crazy if they can't understand this. When they're saying that you are weird, they're really saying they can't comprehend this. So as the old cliche says that misery loves company or hurt people, that's all you're dealing with. Never take anything personal because it is set to basically take you off of your path, off of your course. Understand that everything works together for the good of them that love. The operable word is love. Love is the highest archy, the strongest arsenal upon this cosmos, upon this universe. Love is what causes us to have the seasons. Love is what causes us not to burn up by the radiation of the sun. Love is what caused the bees to produce the flowers to produce the nectars so the bees can produce the honey. Love is the highest arsenal there is, contrary to popular belief. See, in the third density, we say the highest arsenal is the loudest one in the room or the biggest one in the room. Well, we know that's a flawed premise because all throughout history, people like David slewing the giant, a little boy, with a slingshot because he didn't have fear, but he had the love of God in him. He destroyed that narrative. Love is the strongest arsenal we have. But you have to begin to come out of this third density consciousness and begin to settle in to the fifth density consciousness. If you don't believe this, put it to the test. When you rest tonight, think about all of your accomplishments since you've been here in the third density. And then imagine you being in the fifth density that does not consist of the things in the third density, which is basically challenges and drama and having a defense type mentality because of the devil, quote unquote, or you're in warfare, you're a warrior, you know. All of those things doesn't have to exist. But we make it a belief system that we're always on the defense, not knowing that whatever we believe, we draw to us. So when people come to disrespect us, we try to think and put it off on them like it's their fault. No, it's your fault. You're emitting that frequency to the world, that you're vulnerable, that you're a warrior, you're a defense, you have a defense mechanism. You have to protect what's yours. Here's the truth. God protects it all. All you got to do is go with the flow. You see, I would never be able to experience what most third density people experience because I came into a whole nother consciousness, like random shootings at the grocery store. That will not be drawn to me ever. Even my children, it won't be drawn to them. You see, it's all about what you believe. You've heard the old term, you are what you eat. Then it is true that you are what you believe. You are. You see. So realize if you're not satisfied with what you're experiencing in this density, in this dimension, then begin to change your narrative of belief. Begin to speak into existence how you want your life to be. And all of a sudden, like a twinkling of an eye, like magic, it just happens. You see. So, family, I am wanting you to know that everything works together for the good of them that love. You have no need to try to pay anyone back because they, and I'm putting it in these terms, didn't understand and they treated you in an unjust way. You have no need to try to hold or harbor that recollection of experience that you experienced with them to pay them back. Because when you get into that frame of mindset, you give your power to them, you see. Instead, keep your head towards the hills, meaning up, meaning a higher way of thinking, and everything will come into existence the right way. Realize it and understand that no weapon formed against you shall ever prosper, because that which rises up against you is not in your belief system. So it has no credence in your experience because you have to believe it first for it to be a manifestation in your life. Everything happens as a result of what's already in your belief system. There's no need to try to get revenge where I'm at because I have no revenge in my belief system because I have not emitted that frequency in my life. No one has done me wrong. I walk and live in a pure, positive, conscious way on purpose. And you can begin to have that same lifestyle without any worries, out any doubts, any anguish, just knowing that everything works out for your good because you are loved. And what do I mean that you are loved? You're God, and God is you. He said he made us in his image. It's just like a tree growing out branches. That's who we are. But we're still a tree. Because you take that branch off that tree and plant it in the ground, it's going to grow up to look like the same tree that it came from. Understand that we are here to calibrate to our true essence in life. And as we begin to believe in that type of conscious way of thinking, we grow. We grow in life. We expand. We evolve. I sense by the Spirit of God that there are many of you that are actually calibrating right now to be transformed into the fifth dimension this day. I want to pray right now. Shotorebe ete yoto rapaata zike yoko rebekete. For as you follow me, you shall see the total sum of what you came here for. Be not twixt or between two opinions, but know that I am your supply. And I cause rivers in the deserts, and I cause you to fly high like the eagle that you are. There are many of you that have came into the understanding that there is more to life than what you have been experiencing. And as you realize the total sum of who you are, you will reap the benefits of it. Be not disturbed or bothered, but know that I have not given you a vibration of fear, but one of power, one of love, and one of a sound mind. Stand down and allow me to take hold and control, and I will lead you into hidden treasures, green pastures. I will make your rivers flow continuously. For it is not by power nor by might, but it is by my frequency that I speak this to you. And know that everything works together for the good of them that emit my person. which is Love. Cast down all imaginations and everything that tries to usurp against this belief in you. And know that I will make a river in your dry places. I will produce in your deserts, in your barren lands, an oasis, something tangible, something that will be evident for the world to see. For eyes have not seen, neither have it entered into the hearts of beings what I can do for one that is lined up with me. When you're aligned in me, all things are possible to them that believe. Believe in what, you say? Believe that all things are possible. Stand down in the flawed premises of this Hollywood betrayal of me. Stand down of that. That is not me. I am energy. I have no vengeance because everything is me. And for me to have vengeance, I will be coming against myself. Understand, it is as you believe, so it is. As above, so beneath. Realize that I have came to bring forth understanding. Walk according to the purpose and the will that is endowed in you since the beginning of your travels here in the physical planes. I've set it all up for you to experience what you coined the phrase hardships and rejection and hurt and pain, so that it would provoke in you to want to know who you really are. You've heard the terms do not feed the bear or do not poke at the lion. You are that bear and you are that lion, and I set up opportunities for you to be poked at. I set up opportunities for you to be awakened so that you could come into your being, your existence of who you are. This is the day and this is the hour that I'm pouring out my power without any restraints. The same way Yeshua walked upon this earth, the same as he said, you should do even greater. Come off from among them and be separate. And realize that when you quiet your members and all the traditional beliefs, I will step in and impart into you unfathomable knowledge, unfathomable wisdom that transcends all man's understanding. That transcends all creative knowledge. There's a man out there, your name is Tony. You've just moved to this city, and you questioned and said that if I am real, let him speak my name. Here's the fallible truth, Tony. I am real, and I speak your name. Now, what are you going to do? Will you usurp against this knowledge as of old? Or will you finally take hold of your celestial existence and begin to follow the frequency and the vibration of what I have placed into your spiritual DNA? Be not confused with two opinions. On the left, you have death. On the right, you have life. Choose this day which one you will take. Because to be without, you already choose darkness. But to be with, you choose the right one. Shotori bikishe, veke atori bekanda, zuto raba sata. Many of you are thinking that this is weird, and realize it is because of your limited understanding and knowledge of who you are. You have a spiritual vibrational language that you spoke even before you came into this natural realm, or shall I say this physical realm. This language causes you to transcend into every language to where you do not even have to open your mouth, but you begin to receive telepathic waves of energy of understanding. And understand that I am much more than what your mind can fathom right now. For I bring healing to those that are sick. I bring likeness to those that are in darkness. And I bring prosperity to those that are in lack and without. And realize that there is nothing that I can't do if you allow me to do it. The same way you see this avatar named Brett Lawson sitting before you, and he's not putting up any resistance because he's learned that he is built and designed by me to speak to the masses and to not be deceived or marked by his own false image of himself. But instead, he's allowed me to flow through him. And as a result of that, he is happy. He is prospering. Things are happening each and every day in this man's life. And realize this is for you too. Remember, I make rivers in the desert. I bring forth an oasis. Dry places becoming an oasis in a barren land is my capability. It's my predicate. Dry places becoming an oasis in a barren land. Walk according to that, soul family. Your ancestors are with you each and every day. If you don't understand anything, tap in. Because you're already tapped in by birth. All of your ancestors that have went before you are your guardian angels now. They're your predecessors. And they are waiting for you to ask for help. Get all of that Hollywood notion, all that rhetoric of all that false premise out of your belief system. Because here's the rub. If you believe that there is evil in your belief system, that is what you shall experience. But if you believe that there is nothing but goodness and light, an experience of prosperity and well-being, that is what you will experience. So choose this day which one you really want. I've enjoyed this time and understand that everything works together for the good of them that love. So, family, keep believing and realize that love is the operable word. God bless you. Love you. Till next time. Brett Lawson, signing off.
Oh, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. It feels so good. You got good vibes. Good vibes every day. Good vibes. Yeah, the good vibes feel so good. Yeah, you got good vibes. I like being around you. Good vibes. Good vibes feel so good. Yeah, I like being around you. Good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes feel so good. Yeah, every day. That's why I like being around you. Each and every day I'm around you. I'm feeling so good because you got good vibes, good vibes. Yeah, each and every day I'm around you. It's feeling so good because you got good vibes, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. Feel so good, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. It feels so good. Yeah, good. Being around you, good. Good vibes. You got good vibes. Good vibes. So good. So good. Good vibes every day. Good vibes no matter what they say. Good vibes. Good vibes. You got good vibes. Yeah, good vibes. Oh, good vibes. Good vibes. Being around you. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. Being around